Today we're going to be talking about eBay's new announcements and why they just may have a competitive advantage over StockX. Let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome back to the channel. What's up with you guys? How you doing? How you been? If you did not know by now, my name is DJ and this is The DNA Show. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, join the family, join the squad, and don't forget to hit the like button because that helps the algorithm oh so much. And with all that being said, we need to talk about these two platforms because a lot of people that are in the sneaker industry or that are just getting into the sneaker world are trying to figure out where the safest place to buy and sell their sneakers. So just off of past history, we know that eBay has been around for a very long time and it has been one of the known trusted places where people can sell their sneakers. Over the past 5 to 7 years, StockX has came into the scene and really taken its play on the market and now starting to take over and taking a huge share of people buying and selling on their platform. Recently, StockX added more fees when it comes to the buyer standpoint. So if you plan on buying a pair of shoes from them, there's going to be an additional percentage fee, and that's obviously going to cost you a little bit more money for each and every pair of shoes that you purchase. One huge thing that eBay decided to do was no longer charge for fees for the sellers on a shoe that was sold for $100 or more. So typically what that means is a seller is able to now make more money, and that causes them to sell for a lower price because they don't have to worry about cutting into their fees and cutting into their profits, which then gives the consumer a better opportunity to get a shoe at a better deal. So basically the way we've known eBay to be set up is typically you have a pair of shoes for sale, you would post them on the eBay website, and then you would either set an auction with an expiration date with a minimum purchase price, or you have a buy it now price where you say, for example, you have a pair of shoes and you want 250 bucks for those. You let people auction them up and see if you can get that 250 or more, or people could buy it now for $300, for example. And that's a good way for the seller to get the exact amount that they want and never have to worry about selling a shoe for too low. And then from the consumer perspective, yes, you have to either bid on it or pay that buy now price if you like the price that the seller is selling it at. Once the shoe has been purchased or won on the auction, the seller would then send the shoe to the customer, and then after they get the shoe, typically they release the funds knowing that the shoe has been delivered and there's no issues, and then they send you your money if you are the seller. Now, we have known over the years a lot of people have done a lot of shady things when it comes to eBay, when it comes to selling and buying. If you think you're buying a pair of shoes and they said that they were new and then they ended up being worn, or they said they were 100% authentic and then they weren't and they were fakes, then you have to deal with that whole process and everything about it. That's where StockX came in and became the middleman of facilitating all the deals and authenticating each and every shoe along the process. So we've seen a huge influx of new sneakerheads selling on these platforms like StockX and GOAT because now they can guarantee an authentic pair of shoes when they sell them and when they buy them, and nobody has to worry about it, and it creates a lot more confidence within those platforms. Yes, I understand each and every platform may have human error and cause some fakes to slip through. Fakes are getting really good these days, and I completely understand how there could be fakes to slip through the cracks on any platform or even any consignment shop. Now, I don't want anybody to get scammed, and honestly, I think these are some of the most logical, most probable ways to at least try to get some type of verification and authentication for your sneakers to guarantee that they are real when you're purchasing from some random person online. So if you were to buy a pair of shoes off of StockX, it would be the same type of process, except for now, once the shoe is sold, the seller has to send it to StockX, they verify, authenticate the shoe, guarantee that it's real, then they send the funds to the seller, and then they ship the shoe out to the buyer, and then the buyer receives their shoes, they're happy, they got their authentication little sticker on the side of it with a little card to it saying, hey, your shoes are real, everybody's happy. But this is where things get good. eBay just took it to a whole nother level by teaming up with SneakerCon and taking their same staff of their verification crew that they have with the SneakerCon people with the legit check booth that you typically see at the events. Well, they're gonna be using those people plus more that they train to come under their umbrella and work with eBay to now verify and authenticate all the shoes that are sold on eBay. So just like StockX has a verification team, now eBay is going to have a team as well. And as you guys know, I love SneakerCon and I'm very, very excited to see this huge step forward for them working with a big company like eBay, and especially the team with all the guys on there, because I know they're all 100% legit. And to see some of the people that I know being able to do a great deal like this is going to be huge for our community of sneakerheads. And then obviously you guys are going to have a lot more security when you're buying a pair of shoes off of eBay, knowing that they've been verified and 100% authentic and legit. Otherwise, if they were fake, they would get sent back to the seller and you would get your money back and everybody would be happy. So when I compare these two platforms, I think eBay was kind of slacking for a little bit, but had a long history. StockX came into the play and they did their thing, being innovative, being creative, and eBay is taking it now to a whole nother level by providing no seller fees, which means they're gonna decrease the prices of the shoes, which is gonna allow the buyer to get it for a better deal and guarantee that their shoe is verified 100% authentic. So right now, as I see all this stuff play out, I think eBay is now gonna have the competitive advantage between the two businesses. And then obviously they have a huge market and a lot of customers. Everybody knows about eBay. Some people are still kind of leery and don't really know, not everything about StockX type thing. So I can definitely see eBay taking this and running with it and doing really well. So this is why I posed the question on my Instagram story, because I want to see what you guys think. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on IG. That way you can participate in the stories as well. Basically, I asked, which one do you like more, StockX or eBay? 56% of the people said StockX, 44% of the people said eBay. I'm excited to ask that same question after this video and some months down the line, once they start implementing the new things that they have coming with eBay. They say that they're planning to put everything into plan early 2021, which means that's very soon, right? The next 5 to 6 months is what I'm assuming that this all is gonna implement and everything's gonna start happening. Once this happens, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy and sell some shoes on there to show you guys the process and make sure that you understand how each and everything works, so that way you don't have any mishaps or any hiccups along the way. Now, me personally, I think eBay is just a little bit more complicated when it comes to the listing process, just because on StockX, all you have to do is simply search the shoe, say that's the one that you have, say what size you want to list it for, pick the price, and it's done. On eBay, you're gonna have to take photos, go through that process. It's a little bit more tedious when it comes to it, but you can now have no seller fees. So for that little bit of extra effort of work to taking photos and doing those little things, you're gonna save yourself more money in the long run by no longer having seller fees, which typically on StockX, you got fee on top of fee. Next thing you know, you got 13, 14% of fees, 9% of fees, whatever it may be. Well, on eBay, you're not gonna have to worry about that. So I think personally for me, I would definitely try to consider transitioning more to eBay when it comes to selling shoes. But again, we're gonna have to test this all out and see how it goes. If it's smoother, if we have more customers on there, is it easier to sell, the price points, all these different things. It's all gonna come in time, and you know I'm gonna give you guys an update. I just wanted to give you guys an update on this because a lot of people I've talked to about it just today because they announced the news. Some people didn't even know about it. They tried to look it up and it wasn't on all the blogs and everything. I think this is a hidden gem, and I definitely think this is something we can take advantage of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If this was helpful, if you want me to be more elaborate or anything like that, if you have any questions about how to sell on StockX, how to sell on GOAT, I have videos linked for that at the end of the video as well. And then obviously I haven't made a video for eBay yet on how to sell on there, but I can make one if you need me to, and then I'll make another one once that process comes around with the verification, the authentication process, everything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. My name is DJ. I'm signing out. I got to go. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gone. Peace. Yo, thanks for sticking around. If you liked any of this content and this helped you learn a little bit more about how to sell shoes, make a little bit extra money on the side, or grow your sneaker collection, I think you would really love the Hobby to Hustle course. The link is down below in the comment section. I'll have that pinned for you right there. That will get you access to my full course on everything that I have learned over the years, teaching you how to flip kicks, grow your collection, make a little bit extra money on the side. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out that link. It also has access to a private Facebook group where you can comment with me, my team, and other members in the course as well. So that's it. I'm out. Peace.